Morning YouTube, West Texas Prepper here. Sort of a cold, rainy Saturday morning. Out trying to get some pool work done and have a little delay, so I thought I'd shoot a video real quick, or a series of videos if I can get some stuff done this morning, depending on how long it's going to rain and stay wet this morning. A little hard to get out and do pool work in the rain sometimes. At least it's not lightning and thundering. A lot of times that'll really put a crimp in your work. The video I want to talk about today is preparedness is not a dirty word. I think in the so-called prepping community, those that are self-reliant like to be ready for whatever their situation may be, and I'll address that in another series of videos that I'm going to do. A lot of times I think in the community that there are some people out there that come by and watch our videos that think that, you know, being a prepper or a survivalist, I think that's sometimes a little harsh and has tends to have some negative connotations. But even prepper to a degree has some negative connotations, and hopefully this video will help change some of that. I really don't think prepping is a dirty word. You go in and look at, and to give you a little background on me, if you're new to my channel and haven't watched some other videos, I am a high school teacher. That is one of the things that I do. I've also done a lot of other stuff. I have my own pool service business out here in West Texas. That's what I'm out doing today on the weekends and during the summertime. But I am a school teacher, and so when I got into YouTube, I thought that I would have some knowledge and skills to share with the fellow YouTubers out there, and language means a lot to me. And going in and understanding the words, I think it helps young kids today understand what we're talking about. But I think there are other people out there in the prepping community that would have a little bit better understanding. I think it puts a little better, shines a little bit better light on what we do and why we do it. I'll address those issues in the series of videos that I have. But like I said, the one I wanted to make today is that preparedness is not a dirty word. What does prepare mean? You know, you go in and look at the Webster Dictionary, and it says to make ready beforehand for a specific purpose. I think to a degree, in some aspects of all of our lives, we prepare on a daily basis. We have to get up and get ready for work. We have to make a grocery list to go to the grocery store. Those are forms of preparedness. And it doesn't say what kind of purpose, it just says a specific purpose. And I think that's one of the things that if we go in and look at the aspects of our own lives, we're already being prepared for aspects of our daily lives. We just need to expand on that, and I think that's a lot of what we're doing. It also means to fit out or to equip. It could be knowledge, it could be gear, it could be whatever. And I think one of the big key points of this video today is to equip with knowledge, to fit you with knowledge, to give you some preparedness for, you know, a specific purpose, and that's to prepare you to understand what prepping is about. Preparedness, if you go in and look at that word, it's a state of being prepared. You know, there again, for whatever reason, I look at it when I go in to teach on a daily basis. I have my lesson plans ready. I'm prepared to teach. That is a state of preparedness. I'm ready to do what I need to do that day. You know, going in and looking at the word and looking at the synonyms for preparing and preparedness, I think a lot of these words are really bring home what we do as far as a community. And I'll run through them. There are about 13 of them here. Anticipate, adapt, adjust, arrange, develop, build up, fortify, plan, practice, ready, supply, train, and this last one I like is steel, S-T-E-E-L, and I like that one. That's a pretty good word. You know, antonyms, the opposite of what we do, would be disorganized, ignore, neglect, and I think all of those words fit into what we do as a community. You know, as we prepare, we're anticipating some things that can go wrong. Can we anticipate everything? No. And that's one of the things that I'll address in this other series of videos, the 5 W's and the H. Anticipation. You know, what are we preparing for? Adapt, adjust. You know, again, times are going to change. when I first got into prepping, it wasn't even called prepping. It was just one of those things that I felt like I needed to do in order to be self-sufficient. And so over time, I've had to adapt, I've had to adjust. That was 25 years ago that I got into that and started doing some of the things that we're now talking about on YouTube. And I've had to adapt, I've had to adjust, I've had to change my way of thinking, I've had to develop new skills, throw out old skills that I had, because they not necessarily were antiquated, but there are better ways to do things. And so we adapt, we adjust, arrange. There again, how we have things set up. Develop. What kind of plans do we develop? There again, what are we anticipating, and then how are we developing our attitudes, our plans to deal with that. Building up. That I think that's a word that some preppers take to heart in what they build up. I'm the same way. There are things that I've built up over the years, knowledge base, equipment, you name it. You can build up tangible objects, you can build up intangible objects. And there again, that's something that we need to look at. Fortify, plan, practice. There again, practice. I see a lot of videos out there, people practicing what we're talking about, and that's a good thing. I practice too, just don't shoot a lot of videos of it. This summer, as we go out and do some of the things we're going to do this summer, we're going to practice. You've seen some of my geocaching videos. There again, that's a type of practice. Orienteering, just knowing your location, scouting out different things. That's something to do as well. Learning how to use a GPS. That's practicing. So I think that's valuable information. Supply, train, those are all good. Really when you go down and break it down, preparedness and prepping, it's not a bad word. And we need to keep that in mind and have a little bit change in our attitude and our philosophy as far as that. And if you go in and look at some of these synonyms for it, it really does make sense. Those are all the things that we're all doing for whatever reason. So, hey, thanks for watching the video today. I went a little bit longer than I wanted to. West Texas Prepper signing off. Have a good day. Keep your powder dry. Keep prepping. Start from where you are. We'll talk to you later, YouTube.